Let me ask you something honestly. Why does money control your mood? Why does one bill ruin your sleep? Why does one mistake feel like the end? You work hard, you try, but still you feel stuck. Then you see some people, they are not rich, they don't show luxury, but they are calm. They don't panic, they don't rush, they don't beg life for mercy. What changed? Not luck, not talent, not intelligence. They crossed a financial line. Today, I will explain why life changes after your first $20,000, why this number matters, why the first $20,000 feels impossible, and why after that, money, life, and thinking start working differently. This video is not motivation. This is reality. Part 1. Money and the human brain. Money directly affects the brain. When money is low, the brain enters fear mode. Fear mode is ancient. It exists to protect you, but protection kills growth. When you don't have enough money, your brain focuses only on today, how to survive, how to avoid pain, how to escape stress. Long-term thinking disappears. You don't think about skills. You don't think about investments. You don't think about growth. You think about safety. That's why poor decisions repeat. It's not because people are dumb. It's because fear is loud. When money is tight, you choose certainty over opportunity. You choose comfort over progress. This is not a mindset problem. This is a survival problem. Part 2. Life below $20,000. Below $20,000, life feels fragile. One problem feels heavy. One mistake feels permanent. You avoid risks. You stay silent. You tolerate bad treatment. You stay in jobs you hate. You delay dreams. You don't ask for more because you fear losing what little you have. Every expense feels personal. Every loss feels emotional. You check your balance often. You count days till salary. This is not failure. This is normal scarcity behavior. Most people on Earth live here, and most people never escape because they believe this is how life is. Part 3. Why saving money hurts when you have little. It feels like punishment. You work hard, but you can't enjoy. You say no while others say yes. You feel left behind. This is why most people quit. They say, I deserve enjoyment now. But what they don't see is this. The pain is temporary. The discipline is building something invisible. Saving is not about money. It's about training the brain. You are teaching your mind patience. You are teaching control. You are building the foundation that future freedom sits on. This phase feels unrewarding because rewards come later. Part 4. Why the first $20,000 is the hardest. The first $20,000 comes almost fully from effort, not from compounding, not from passive income. You push, you sacrifice, you stay consistent. Progress feels slow because you are fighting gravity. But once you reach this level, gravity changes direction. Money starts helping you. Small returns feel meaningful. Momentum starts, and momentum is powerful. Once momentum begins, the next $20,000 takes less effort. This is why rich people say the first is hardest. They are not lying. They are remembering the uphill battle. Part 5. The psychological switch. After $20,000, the biggest change is mental. You stop feeling trapped. You stop panicking over small things. You breathe better. You sleep better. You think clearer. You stop reacting emotionally. You start responding logically. You are no longer desperate, and desperation is dangerous. Desperate people chase shortcuts. Calm people build systems. This is the real advantage, not money, but calm thinking. Part 6. Money buys time and space. Money at this level buys time, not luxury. Time to think, time to learn, time to wait, time to say no.
You don't rush decisions. You don't accept bad deals. You don't beg for approval. You stop trading dignity for survival. You gain space between problem and reaction. That space changes everything. This is where confidence comes from, not ego, but security. Part 7. Walkaway power explained. Walkaway power means you are not stuck. You can leave toxic jobs. You can reject unfair work. You can negotiate without fear. You don't need to quit immediately, but you know you can. That knowledge alone changes how people treat you and how you treat yourself. Most people stay trapped, not because they want to, but because they are afraid. This fear disappears when you have a buffer. Part 8. Why most people never cross this level. Most people never reach $20,000 because they quit too early. They chase fast money. They jump strategies. They stop when results are slow. They compare with social media. They lose patience. Wealth is built quietly, in boring routines, in discipline nobody sees. People want visible success without invisible effort. That's why most fail. Part 9. What to focus on below $20,000. If you are below $20,000, don't chase perfection. Don't chase big returns. Focus on stability. Focus on emergency funds. Focus on consistent saving. Focus on learning skills. This phase is about protection, not speed, not showing off. Once you cross this level, opportunities appear naturally. Final message. $20,000 will not make you rich, but it will change how you think, and how you think decides your future. Money is not the goal. Freedom is. Freedom starts with stability. Build the base, be patient, cross the line, and let time work for you. The goal is not luxury. The goal is peace.